After having played in multiple draft leagues, I've used quite a few different pocket monsters. There's one team that stands out to me of those I've used. This week I play Spore, and they've got a similar build to said team, namely Electric Terrain. Pincurchin, my beloved. I know firsthand how deadly Electric Terrain can be, and thus I'm not taking this battle lightly. Luckily, they're stupid weak to ground, with their only mon who can safely come in on the ground plus poison move combo being Skarmory. What a shame then that Landorus gets gravity. Finally, I add Stealth Rocks and the Yachi Berry to try and catch out a likely lead Treads. Crawdaunt is interesting for my team. It blows holes through me, but I also bar Crawdaunt in return. Still, I want to add Fizz Def Primarina with a Rocky Helmet just in case. If nothing else, it would still be nice for Zapdos and Iron Hands. Nothing special about the moveset, except I don't have Moonblast instead of going for Draining Kiss because I'm trying to keep my health. Next, I was in a weird mood and decided to pop on Drifblim. Why? Well, I should bring Flame Orb. It'll go crazy. Speed control. Iron Moth can easily run away with the game if I'm not careful, so I've added a security measure in Custap Earth Power Glamora. Toxic for my poison needs and Gunk Shot as it does more damage to Florges. So let's try and not lose to a Raichu, yeah? Assault Vest Crown it is. This is the most bog standard crown set, so for everyone's sake, let's move along. Ogre Pawn is the last mon, mainly because it does big damage to every mon in Spore's team with Cudgel, Hornlet, and Stomping Tantrum. Every mon takes super effective damage apart from Zapdos and Florges, who both take a ton from any strong physical move anyways. Final move Encore for some potential shenanigans. That's the team, and I'm ready for the battle, because I finally get to see my boy again. On preview, I don't see a Crawdaunt, which is very cool. Very nice, because it means Drifblim has fewer threats to eat hits from. I also don't see my boy. Spore. Why didn't you bring my boy? With my Archieberry, I'm cool to stay in and Earth Power on the Treads, as if that dies, it'll be one big threat gone. Unfortunately, they do go into their Skarmory, most likely scouting a Scarf. Lucky for me, I have Gravity. Listen, I have no clue what came over me here, and I'm just as confused as you are. It's not necessarily the end of the world, as long as Primi puts in a generational performance. So yeah, Blim did go crazy. I'm in the back and had to make a play. Granted, this one is super safe, as Gyarados is choiced 99% of the time, and the rest of the team is weak to Earth Power. Future Sight and Earth Power puts my opponent in a pin, where they either give me Gyarados or one of their other mons. I prefer Gyarados in this instance, as it opens up Custap on Glim to freely click Earth Power and claim a mon later. This charge caught me off guard, as if I attack, I win the game on the spot. Since I expected Psychic, however, I don't attack and the game continues. If Earth Power into Draining Kiss kills the Iron Hands, I still win this game. Unfortunately, Earth Power min-rolls and the Iron Hand barely hangs on and ends the game by punching me in the face, like the rude robot it is. This game was very winnable, if I had not gone into Drifblim on the incredibly obvious Ice Spinner. Then I would need to sack off Crown to hands, thus letting me keep it for Raichu and Moth. But these are the types of mistakes that cost you games, and all I can do is learn from them to not make them in the future. Nevertheless, Spore played well, and it was a fun game, despite the fact that I was a little annoyed at myself afterwards. Next week, we play my sensei, and find out if the student can surpass the master.